Welcome to this ESP tutorial on all aspects of setting up timetables. The functions used for this tutorial are found here on the Timetables button in the Setup menu. On this page we can set up the various sessions of the day, but because different institutions have different ways of organising their time, this system will allow you to apply different timings to different days of the week or different groups. So in this example we're going to set up a set of day timings for all Key Stage 3 groups. So here we're just going to list periods 1 to 5. Then we can list the start and finish times of each session. To speed this process up, you'll notice that when you enter a start time, a finish time is automatically assigned. And this is done using the duration time shown here in the corner. In this case, all of our sessions are 1 hour in length. So if we now complete the starting times of all of our sessions, we can then click the Save button to load all of these to the database. Clicking the View button at the top shows us a list of all of the sessions that we've created so far. We're now going to do the same thing for Key Stage 4. In this case they have all of the same timings with the exception of period 4. So once we have changed this session we can click Save and we've created a second set of timings. Our third set of timings is going to be for the various registration times for the forms in the morning. But this gives us an opportunity to show you how this system is put together. So if we click the Edit Groups button here, this takes us to our group creation page. So if you have already seen our tutorial on groups, you will know that these drop-down boxes show us the various entities in the tiers of our organisation. And this first column shows us the various groups of individuals. So selecting Form from this drop-down box shows us a list of forms that have been created already. These forms are then organised into houses. In this case, all of the ones beginning with B belong to the house called Brunel. The forms that belong to each house are assigned in this next screen. As this has already been done, we're going to pass straight through this screen and return to our day timings. Here we're going to create a registration session that applies to all of our forms. So we're going to call the session Reg and then put in the start and finish times. Once we've clicked Save, we've created all of the sessions that describe our day's activities. We can then go on to describe how our timetable fits into these sessions. As with all of the functions on ESP, you have both the option to input the information one at a time or to upload it via a CSV file. So if we look at the bulk input first job is to download the file from the OneDrive account. Once we've accessed the account, we can select the timetable button and pick the CSV file that describes our timetable information. We then need to click on the button to load this to the timetable. If we take a look at the Excel file that this information came from, we can see that we have columns for the day, the period name, the group, the subject and the room. We now need to make sure that the app is looking in the right places for the right information. And we can do this by changing the letters in the left hand column. We also have the option though to select from a number of different day formats. So once we have selected the one that corresponds with our data, we can then click the button to upload to the database. The system then recognises that you've not actually assigned who the teacher is for any of these sessions, and so it checks to see if all of the data refers to the current user. If this is the case, then all of the sessions are loaded, but you will notice that it's actually mentioned a number of errors. These have been created because if you look at the spreadsheet, it mentions all of the sessions, including those which are empty, and because the system can't find a group, it has created an error. The next page then takes us to our timetable page, which shows us all the sessions that have been created thus far. If you have a 2-week timetable, then you can switch between weeks A and B by using the buttons in the bottom right hand corner. You can also toggle between seeing group, room or subject information. Clicking on any of these sessions will take you to the seating plan information for these particular groups, or if they've not already been created, to take you to the pages required in order to do so. Into the main screen we can see how we can input sessions individually. So if we click on Settings, then Timetable, we can then pass through the day timings page, as these have already been established, onto our timetable input. This time, rather than bulk, we can select the single input on the top here. Firstly, we select the group from this top drop-down box. Then we can select the day, in this case it's Tuesday, followed by the period name, and then we can select the teacher and subject if required. You will see that when we click here to save the session, the system automatically moves on to the next period available in the day. But we can shuffle these forwards and backwards using the previous and next buttons here. The mechanics behind this page are also checking for any clashes that may occur. So if we move this forward to a Wednesday, period 2, and input a new lesson using the same teacher, then you will see a message regarding a clash comes up on the screen. Clicking the View All button at the bottom of this screen allows us to view all of the sessions that have been recorded. But as there is currently a clash, it takes us to the clash screen first. And here we can see where our problem is. We have 2 sessions on the Wednesday, which apparently have the same teacher in 2 places at the same time. In this case, if we click the relevant text field, we can get the option to change the teacher, or we can simply delete that session altogether. So that has cleared the clash and then moved us to see the list of all of the sessions that have been saved. If we return to the timetable page, we can see the 2 new sessions that we've saved. And there we have it, the ability to format day timings, import or create timetables, and edit them in a quick and easy manner. So that concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching.